Hi, I'm Andrew from the attachment company, and today we're going to take a quick look at our hedge trimmer attachment for excavator. Firstly, inside the box you'll have the trimmer bar, an operator's manual, this is the mount bar for excavators, and this side attaches to the trimmer itself, and on this side usually we will build the excavator mount onto this bar so that you can pick it up with your machine and this will go straight to the trimmer. You'll also get some eye bolts. Now these screw into the top of the bar and let you pick it up using a strap or some hooks. Firstly, we'll take a look at the back where the bar mounts to the trimmer. You've got 3 mounting points, 1 in the middle and 2 on each side, and basically this lets you choose where you mount your excavator mount to the bar. Sometimes it might be better off in the middle, sometimes you might be better off on each side. Just depends on the application and the kind of job space that you're in. If you were mounting on this side, depending on the angle that you want your mount to sit at, you would just mount up like so. Also the motors on this side, the back side, it's got 2 ports on top. That will be plastic caps on top of those. Make sure when you're pulling off the caps that you also pull off. There will be a little black washer that sits, that sometimes gets attached by the paint. Make sure you pull both of them off. In your box you will get 2 hoses, one with a 90-degree angle on the end, and it will also have a male-male adapter. You can thread this side into the motor first, tighten it up, and then tighten up your hose on top. Now these are going to be 1/2-inch BSP fittings, and basically that's a British standard, so it may be quite hard for you to find the coupler or the fitting that you need for this end. So what might be easier is to either take this to a hose shop, get them to cut off this fitting and put on whatever you've got on your coupler side or your machine side, maybe a JIC or a O-ring boss. That may be the easiest, but leave one side to get you to the motor. Now let's flip it around and we'll look at the trimmer itself. So the trimmer itself is a really simple concept. It's basically just the hydraulic motor spins a crank that makes this slider move up and down, moving the sharp blades in order to cut your branches. These trimmers will cut up to 1.5 inch branch. On the smaller machines, on like your 1.5 to 2.5 ton machines that just don't quite have the hydraulic flow, we do limit it to roughly 1 inch. Basically you'll get the exact same trimmer bar, just the hydraulic motor will be slightly smaller. We've got 3 different sizes, a 50cc, an 80cc and a 100cc. Just for 3 different sizes machines, from your really small 1.5 to 2.5s, from 2.5 to roughly 4 or 5, and then from 5 up to 8 ton machines. There also is an optional extension bar that we can put on with the bigger machines that increases your length from roughly 1500 mil, which is 1.5 meters, which is about 5 feet, to a full 8 feet in total. Like I say, we do have some restrictions on, we recommend on that for the larger machines, but just to get the enough flow that you need to trim obviously more at a time. So as you can see, I've got the mount bar mounted on this side. You can see the other 2 holes where that can be mounted. I've left in your little eye bolts here for moving the attachment basically out the box or lifting it up with straps, because it is quite awkward to lift. And then basically you've got black teeth part like this that help guide the branches into the silver blades. These blades are really sharp, so I recommend wearing gloves if you're handling it. But basically these will guide the branch into the blade. The blades obviously slide up and down, and that's what cuts your branch. All these parts are replaceable. We carry replacement fingers, replacement blades, any other major parts we can also replace, but blades and fingers are going to be the two most common parts that over time may just bend or get blunt or break. So this is how the bar will show up in the box. It'll just be a matter of bolting on your mount and tightening up the bolt, connecting your two hoses, and you'll be ready to go. As always, take a look through the operator's manual just to make sure you're aware of how the attachment works. Make sure your machine's set up correctly, you're not putting too much flow or too little flow through the attachment. Obviously too much flow will end up blowing out the motor. If you've got too little flow, you just won't get the speed that you need to cut properly. So just take a quick glance at the operator's manual just to make sure you're good. And other than that, you'll be ready to go. What else? Now, we do build all the excavator mounts to order. This just means that when you place an order for your machine, that we'll have to build it to either suit the coupler or suit the machine dimensions that you've got. So this may have a short lead time, just depending on the coupler style or the setup on the machine. But the trimmer bars we usually keep in stock. We may have to just switch in the motor size that's needed. But usually within a couple of weeks we can build the excavator mount and have it ready to go. And we do have a skid steer mounted option that's coming out later this year, so we'll be sure to click on the video for that when you see it. But other than that, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel, for there'll be more videos like this and videos of our attachments working.